Now, if you're an anime only for the series of Hunter x Hunter, you pretty much could never have to read the manga and still feel some sort of closure. But let's be honest, if you're a huge fan, you're gonna want to see what's next, honestly. And that's when you're gonna get through that torture that us fans have been going through for so long with the hiatuses and whatnot. Now, today I'm here to talk about Gohan Freecs, the main character of the story. It's kind of funny because Killua is kind of the more loved character, but Gohan is the main character. Something I noticed. Now, me personally, I actually am a big fan of Gohan Freecs. Like, I'm actually a big fan of him. He's one of my favorite characters, so I definitely was rooting for him. I didn't really have a problem with his attitude and career, and that's a lot of people have a problem with when it comes to Gohan Freecs. But when it comes to the Dark Continent, let's be honest here, at the end of the anime, Ging and Gohan had that talk, and the Dark Continent was teased when it comes to discussing the World Tree. Definitely want to say this series is continuing the manga, and spoiler if you're anime only, Gohan loses everything. His Nen, it's gone, and it's to be expected, what he went through in the Command arc. Today I talk about a moment that might happen in the future that will change the entire series and change who Gohan is as a character. As seen from the title, Dawn Freecs is mentioned. It's very, very spooky stuff, so let's just get to it. So right now in the actual manga, if you guys do not know, Ging Freecs is heading towards the Dark Continent with a bunch of other characters, honestly. There's an array of characters going to the Dark Continent right now, and it's kind of a crazy battle if you think about it. So definitely it's very, very interesting stuff, and I can't wait for Togashi to drop that fire again. But before he headed there, he told Gohan some information about how he's getting his Nen back and whatnot, and of course Dawn Freecs in his book was definitely mentioned. But I personally believe there could be a situation where Ging Freecs, once he enters the Dark Continent, I think he'll have some success in there, of course, but I think he might not return. It could be a situation where Ging Freecs actually passes away in the Dark Continent, because like there's a lot of things going on with Beyond Natural Parasite, honestly. So I definitely want to say in the Dark Continent arc, leaving Dawn Freecs' mission, pretty much his unwritten book, still unwritten, and now that's one of the possibilities. Dawn Freecs is dead. Now he could be alive, but 300 years, wow, if he's alive, that is something else. So what I'm here to talk about today is Gohan Freecs actually getting his Nen back, and I feel like there could be a situation where before he gets his Nen back, he might actually talk to Dawn Freecs' spirit in a sense. When it comes to Nen, this quote that's most famous in Hunter x Hunter, your Nen gets stronger after death. We saw that with Pitou when she got killed by Gohan, and then her body was still moving. That's her Nen after death. We saw with Hisoka, he literally got killed by Chrollo, and he was still like going ham after, and pretty much survived. Like, that's just something. Nen after death is very, very powerful. You have to respect that that quote right there. And I feel like it could be a situation where Dawn Freecs' Nen is so powerful after his death, he's able to talk to Gohan in a sense. His spirit is able to talk to him. And doubling down, it could be a situation where even Ging is able to talk to Gohan. Two of his ancestors, Dawn Freecs and his actual father, Ging Freecs, talk about the Dark Continent and warn him about something. Definitely want to say this could help from Gohan, his new Nen being much stronger than his original Nen. Extremely hype stuff, in my opinion. Very, very interesting stuff. Very, very intriguing stuff. But what are your thoughts on that situation where you see Dawn Freecs' spirit talking to Gohan Freecs and giving him some pointers or some tips, or talking about Nen in general, or talking about the Dark Continent in general, and what he's seen in the Dark Continent? Definitely want to say that would be very, very valuable information. I think Gohan and Killua, after a time skip, should go to the Dark Continent. It'll be a crazy story. But that's just my thoughts. Like and share if you enjoy. Like and share if you enjoy. Subscribe for more Hunter x Hunter content. I'm NenMac, and I'm gone.